Hey everybody, welcome in here to Northern Life. Happy to have you with us here on this Tuesday. You'll notice there's no Briggs here today.
None.
Unfortunately, but we're going to get by. We're going to make it through here. This is Ryan Half, by the way,
Hi.
my buddy.
Lovely to meet you.
We've known each other for a long time here. So we're excited.
Hunter McCullough, by the way.
Yes, I'm Hunter.
For the folks at home. Also known as the weather guy on the streets.
Sure, yeah. That's what the kids call me out there, you know. But we're excited to handle this Tuesday show.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, without Briggs, but we're going to charge forward here today, Ryan.
One thing I've learned as an adult, or I'm still trying to figure out as an adult rather, is the amount of caffeine I need to get through a day.
Yeah.
I think lately I've had too much where I get anxious or my stomach starts to hurt, and otherwise I have too little and 5 o'clock rolls around and it becomes a problem.
Now, you're not much of like a hot coffee person, right? You're more of like an iced coffee.
I'm a little bit of both.
You do
I like
both.
hot coffee on the Keurig and then iced coffee from my friends at McDonald's.
Look at that.
They kind of know me by name over at the McDonald's on 21st. But yeah, so we're figuring out a balance.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've never really had caffeine in my day. I don't know if that is a bad thing or a good thing or whatever, but I don't like coffee. I kind of like tea, but I don't drink that every day.
Yeah.
I love pop, but I don't drink that in the morning. I don't know.
Some pop has caffeine though.
That's true. But I don't drink it like early on to like get my day started. It's more of like an evening with dinner and then before I go to bed.
Gotcha.
Which also probably isn't
Probably
smart.
not great.
But whatever, you know. So what do you think is the best balance as far as how much caffeine you should have?
I thought you were going to ask when's the best time to have a pop. I'm not a doctor, as you know from the show.
Yes.
We're not experts in many fields.
No.
But as much caffeine as I should have. I usually go around 4 or 5 cups a day, which is a lot.
That seems like a lot.
Yeah, so that might be an issue.
Is that like a whole pot?
Probably.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you're feeling good now, right?
We're feeling great. Coming up today, speaking of pop, we're back with another blindfold challenge. Today, can Hunter successfully identify the different kinds of diet soda, that including Diet Coke? We're going to put him through a cola gauntlet, seeing just how many he can get correct.
Oh, I'm excited for that. I love my Diet Pop. Later, we'll take you to a mysterious Minnesota cave, believed to be the largest in Minnesota, with 13 miles of passages and even some underground lakes. I did not know this place existed, but it's really cool to hear about that. But first off here on this beautiful Tuesday, we're hoping you have a great start to your week, of course. Hopefully your weekend was great. Ryan, I know you had a great weekend and you were away with family. How'd your weekend go?
It was great. We went to Mille Lacs. We got a vacation home on Mille Lacs, and it was Bridget's first vacation with the fam, so we rented a pontoon one of the days and took in the beautiful sights of the water. I mean, what a fantastic area. I've never been to Mille Lacs before, and if I have been, it's just been driving through. But, you know, they got the casino out there. We stayed in the small town of Garrison, Minnesota.
Sure.
Just really lovely place. I mean, that was our view kind of from our Verbo that we stayed at. A little sunshine over the lake, and of course, spending time with the niece was always wonderful.
Something that I'm always impressed at with Lake Mille Lacs is just how big it is.
It's enormous.
You can't see the other side of the lake.
My mom asked, is Mille Lacs bigger than Lake Superior? And I was like, I don't think so.
Not quite.
Not quite.
Though.
But it is huge. Yeah,
Yes.
you can hardly see across the other side. But it was a really wonderful weekend.
Did you guys swim at all?
I did. Yep, I jumped in. But it was a little windy, so it was like 68, so a little windy and cloudy. But
did Bridget swim? Is Bridget a swimmer?
She got her feet in a tiny bit. Yeah, a tiny bit. But how was your weekend? I know you were doing some Bloody Mary bashing at the Skyline.
That was great. Yeah, Skyline Bloody Mary bash, all money to raise to fight ALS.
Nice.
It was a great time. And then also my cousin from Texas, you can see him in the background there with the hat. Not my brother, but there's
the other guy.
The other guy, that same hat right there. That is Clint, and his son over there, that is Mateo. And so they were up here, and that was a ton of fun hanging out with them. And then, of course, that was on Thursday over at the Lake County Fairgrounds. We played a gig over there, and then Sunday, like I said, the Bloody Mary bash. So we didn't have many gigs this weekend. It was nice to be off, enjoying time with family, extended family from Texas. And then the Bloody Mary bash was just great. A lot of different bars from around the region competing for the best Bloody Mary. Now I forget who won, but
it's like Mackenzie.
Is that what it was?
I forgot the name of it. We'd have to look at it during the break. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, and everyone was so good. And there's snits, different sides of beer and everything like that. It was a fun Sunday fun day.
That's good stuff.
It was crazy.
That's good stuff. Well, we're almost halfway through the month of August, if you can believe it. And fast food spots and stores are getting ready to sell you all things pumpkin spice. It's part of Ogtober. So the pumpkin spice latte is being just the start of that. I mean, how about this one? You can combat trash aromas with hefty cinnamon pumpkin spice ultra strong trash bags. They'll also be available while supplies last on Amazon and in some Walmart stores in September. Meanwhile, as you saw in the second photo there, 7-Eleven is tapping into the fall season early with the launch of a brand new pumpkin spice Slurpee at a few select stores.
I don't know if I like that.
Which would you rather buy, the trash bags or the Slurpee?
I think the trash bags for sure.
That would be kind kind of cool.
I like things that have the scent of pumpkin, so like candles. I love pumpkin spice candles. I think I would love those trash bags, and hefty. It's the strongest trash bag out there.
It is the strongest trash bag out there, accordingly, but supposedly rather. But the other thing too about being in Mille Lacs, some of those mornings were like 50-degree mornings, so it kind of felt like fall's already kind of here in a way.
Seriously, and early this weekend, those highs were in the 60s. It's like this is fall right now. I've got a sweatshirt on. I shouldn't have a sweatshirt on in August.
I'm just looking at you now. I can kind of see the sunglass, the tan right here.
That was all day yesterday. I've got such a bad burn.
Wow.
I didn't put sunscreen. It's hard to see it. It's a little more tan now. But I had the sunglasses tan line. That's still going on. So I'm going to have to explain that later on in the news tonight. It'll be interesting.
It'll be.
Good times. We'll have to get some pumpkin spice here at some point. But after the end of Summer Olympics in Paris, we're already looking ahead to the next Summer Games right here in America, Los Angeles for 2028. And the future events will be bringing new events, both familiar that is, and unfamiliar. Flag football and squash, which up to this point I thought was a vegetable, have been approved at first.
Also is. Yeah.
It is also a vegetable. They've been approved as first-time additions here. Baseball, softball, lacrosse, they will be returning. Cricket as well. Sadly, breakdancing, or breaking as they call it, and perhaps boxing will be out. So they really change around the Olympic Games quite a bit.
I don't know if you've seen the social media buzz regarding the Australian breaker.
No.
Oh, she was getting a lot of flack for her moves. They were fine, but they were kind of funny to watch.
Really?
Yeah, sadly breaking's going away, but it might make sense after all that.
I'll have to look that up. Interesting.
Yeah, tough look. Well, hey, coming up after the break, Hunter's got a blindfold challenge with his diet sodas. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Hunter here is a fan of Diet Coke, specifically McDonald's Diet Coke. And since it is our Tuesday blindfold day, what better way to test his love for the diet sodas than to have a diet soda blindfold challenge? So Hunter, here we have 5 diet sodas, 3 of them being Diet Coke in different forms, 2 being Diet Shasta and Diet Pepsi, okay? And then for the Diet Coke, you got Diet Coke in a bottle, you got Diet Coke in a can, and then you got Diet Coke from McDonald's. Okay, so you know all 5.
Okay. Can I say what kind I want first? Like, can I say?
No, you're gonna go 1 through 5. So you go ask for number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and then 5. You can try them again if you'd like.
Okay.
But we're gonna do it that way.
Okay. Let's do 1. Let's go in order. 1
Let's start with number 1. All right, reach out your hand.
I got my hand right here.
I think this is the best way to do it. It's a styrofoam cup. Be sure not to break it because I did break one during the commercial break, and it got over the table. So we got, once again, Diet Coke in a bottle, can, McDonald's Diet Coke, and then Diet Shasta and Diet Pepsi.
Okay, there's 1. Do I have to say it right now?
No. Okay. You can wait if you want. You want 2?
Yep.
Okay, here's number 2.
Thank
it's just
you.
riveting content for folks. That's my hand. That's my hand. That's my hand. Wait, pause. How's that? How's the first one, by the way? What did the first one remind you of?
I love the first one.
Okay.
I'm leaning towards that is McDonald's Diet Coke.
Okay, the first one?
That's what I'm leaning towards.
Okay, this is number 2 you're sipping on right now.
This is sweeter, and I know that Diet Pepsi is sweeter.
Sure.
But it doesn't taste like Diet Pepsi to me. I'm thinking that's Shasta.
Okay.
I'm thinking number 3.
So right now you got McDonald's and Shasta.
Yep.
Okay, this is number 3.
Number 3.
In your hand.
There's ice in that one.
Tasty.
So I'm guessing that one's actually the McDonald's one now that I'm thinking about it.
And me putting those together, I forgot maybe to have taken the ice out of that one.
Okay, I'm leaning towards that one's McDonald's now. Okay, number 4.
Number 4, here you go. Right in your hand there.
Thank you.
Okay. Make sure you don't break these cups.
That's Diet Pepsi.
Okay.
Yep.
You know for sure?
I'm like 90% sure that's
all right,
Diet
then
Pepsi.
this is number 5.
Okay.
There's it. Right there for you. This is riveting. This is impressive work.
That's out of the bottle.
That's out of the bottle.
That's out of the bottle. First one's out of the can.
Would you like to have another go at it? Or would you like to guess?
I think I'm ready to guess.
Okay.
I think number 1 is out of the can Diet Coke.
Okay.
Number 2 is Shasta.
Okay.
Number 3 is McDonald's.
Okay.
Number 4 is Diet Pepsi.
Okay.
Number 5 is out of the bottle.
Okay, lock it in.
I think I'm locked in, Regis.
All right, you want to take off your blindfold?
I think I will.
You got 3 out of the 5 correct.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so you guessed this was the can.
Okay.
And this was the bottle.
Dang it!
We just had those flipped around.
Oh my gosh, that's too. Oh, that's Dr. Shasta.
Oh.
So that's not even Diet Coke.
That's Dr. Pepper?
That's Dr. Pepper.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I forgot to read the doctor on the big old label there. Oh, so I really messed up.
They're all very good, and I'll be drinking all of these later.
Yeah,
so that's
wow.
fantastic.
I forgot, but you would have thought this was McDonald's if I didn't have ice in there.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
Yep. Oh, that was number one.
That was number one.
Number
yeah,
two.
We went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I was going this way. Okay,
Gotcha.
I got you. Okay, that makes sense. But that is of all time favorite Diet or Dr. Diet Coke.
Well, the way I played it, these could all be fake.
It's all Diet Dr.
I could just have
Pepper.
open bottles of different pops.
That's true, but that is my favorite of all time. Is Diet Coke from McDonald's.
That was impressive.
Thank you very
Good
much,
work.
man.
Wow.
Thank you. I do what I can.
How about that?
I'm a Diet Pop connoisseur.
I mean, that was nice.
Thank
Good
you.
stuff. Hey, let's get to the Iowa State Fair, which is now underway down in Des Moines. Not talking about some pop, but we're talking about some big old piggies.
Now that's a hog right there.
They started things off with their annual Big Boar contest, and this year Finnegan took the crown and set the record as the biggest boar to ever enter that competition. The heavyweight pig from Monticello tipped the scales at 1,420 pounds. The previous record set way back in 2012. Finnegan's owner, Brian Britt, is apparently known as the boar guy, the big boar guy. He had winning boars back in 2019 and 2021.
I wonder what he feeds the boar to make it that big. That's insane.
And so the problem I see with that last sentence too is that he had winning boars in 2019 and 2021.
That means that they're probably...
I don't know.
They moved on, perhaps.
to more competition.
Their carotid arteries are clogged.
That's a big pig.
That is a huge pig. It's like a mini elephant.
You know when you get like the way he's slapping the pig right there, when you like hit a dog like that, like you're like good dog.
Yep.
That's got to be a satisfying slap.
For the pig, you mean, or for
the human?
For the human to yeah. It's like hitting.
Like you're hitting the side of a dog, and you're like good boy or good girl.
I hit my belly all the time. It's kind of probably something like that.
But what is that? 1,200 pounds? Did I say?
That's insane.
Yeah,
that's almost a ton. That's crazy.
That's a big pig.
That's a huge pig, and it's going to be delicious someday.
Yeah. Oh, Finnegan. Keep living out there, Finnegan. Tough. Oh, so that's on to the next one. Parents out there are already thinking about the start of the school year, I'm guessing. If your kids were anything like me when I was growing up, they're going to get hangry as soon as they walk through your door. And according to a new survey by Cabot Creamery, kids' after-school hangriness strikes at approximately 3:36 p.m. So if you're watching us at 12:30, you got a few hours. If you're watching us at 6:30, hopefully everything went well. Kids apparently coming home from school hangry 3 days a week on average. Parents even admitting they're hangry 2 days out of the week.
Oh my gosh, they could use a piece of Finnegan.
They're going to need some Diet Coke to power through that day. When I was a kid, I was the worst to be around when I was hungry.
Really?
When I was an adult, I can access food basically whenever I want to, so I don't have to worry about it too much.
I saw that one time out of you, and do you know when that was?
No.
It was when we went to the Bong Center and did the
escape room. I forgot
you didn't
to
eat. Yes, that was rough.
Be sure to find some food up there. When we come back, we're going underground, discovering one of the coolest caves in Minnesota.
Welcome back, folks. We're about to show you is believed to be the largest cave in the state of Minnesota, with more than a dozen miles of passages and underground lakes.
John Lauritsen with our Twin Cities affiliate travels to Fillmore County to show us how the mystery cave near Preston, Minnesota got its name.
The Fillmore County countryside contains thousands of acres of green, lush farmland, but some people here believe what's below the surface is just as beautiful.
There's actually over 400 caves in this county. This happens to be the largest of the caves.
It was discovered by a man named Joe Petty in 1937, and he may very well have been the first human to set foot inside. It got its name years later, when a man named Clarence accidentally spilled a wheelbarrow full of debris while working at the cave.
And he turned to his coworkers and said, "It's a mystery as to why anybody would want to work in a cave all day."
That's how the name Mystery Cave was born. But there are reasons why Greg Anderson actually enjoys working here.
So this is one of the great features here in our cave, known as Turquoise Lake.
Turquoise Lake's deepest point is 10 feet. Calcite crystals in the water give it that beautiful blue color.
So like the air temperature, the water temperature is 48 degrees right now.
That's correct.
That'd be a pretty chilly swim.
Yes.
Millions of years ago, the entire cave was underwater. Fossils are proof of that.
This is called a cephalopod. It's an ancient relative of a squid or octopus.
But that's not even close to the oldest thing you'll find here.
The rock you see is 450 million years old. To put in perspective how old that is, dinosaurs were here 65 million years ago.
It's dark and damp in these corridors, but even still, bats, insects, and one other little creature call the cave home.
If you look at the surface of this pool, you can see what looks like little white specks of dust. Each one of those is alive.
They're called springtails, and they feed off organic material in the water.
And they're blind, they're colorless, they're invertebrates, and they can move by flipping their tail called a fracking.
These days, visitors of all ages can see a place that's defied age. Even after millions of years, there's always something new to discover.
It was really cool.
It was amazing. Great tour. Very cool to see. It's unbelievable that we're in Minnesota and that we have this cave down here.
In Fillmore County, John Lordson, WCCO News.
Who knew that existed? That is
Yeah.
so cool.
In underground Minnesota.
Yes, lakes and stuff. That's insane. But I don't know about you. I'm a little bit claustrophobic.
Sure.
I don't know if I could be down in that kind of area. Like even
Yeah.
the Tower Sudan mine up north. Well, I went down there when I was little, and it was freaky.
It's
down
close
there.
in there.
It is.
Did we also talk about on the show how John Lordson was your college professor at
Yes,
St.
he
Cloud
was.
State?
I love seeing John Lordson stories because, like you said, yeah, he was one of my professors at St. Cloud State, and he was my reporter professor.
Wow.
And I don't do much reporting.
Did he help
but-
with your tax report?
He did. Yes, he did.
Wow.
That was for his class. I did that story for his class. It was pretty darn cool.
That's pretty amazing.
We love
I wonder if those underground lakes also count towards Minnesota's 10,000 plus lakes.
I feel like that's cheating.
I don't know.
I don't know.
If they're there,
That's true. No, that's a good point.
it said lakes nonetheless. Let's get to a true McLove story. From flipping burgers to falling for each other, a California couple is taking I'm Lovin' It to a new level. A match made in McDonald's 6 years ago between the McNuggets and the McFlurries. Joseph Gomez and Abby Armienta's McLove story began. Come September, they are tying the knot thanks to their McDonald's family where they first met. Wedding guests will be able to snack on cheeseburgers and apple pies at that after party. And it's certainly a happy ending.
Are you telling me Grimace is going to be at that wedding?
I hope so.
That's the coolest thing
Grimace
ever.
walking you down the aisle.
Yeah, someone Grimace to be at my wedding.
That'd be pretty sweet. Coming up, we'll talk about tomorrow's show.
Welcome back, folks. An important day in the news world. Tonight at 10, be sure to join our Northern News Now team as they break down the latest results from today's August primary election. The polls are still open now until 8 o'clock, and you can also find the latest winners on our website over at northernnewsnow.com. It's definitely going to be some pizza down in the newsroom later with this election day.
Isn't it funny that how election day is synonymous with pizza in our newsroom?
It's the best day ever is what it is. It's
usually
really
a great day.
busy, but
Yeah.
it's a lot of, pizza. That's
Yeah.
the way to end the day right there.
So while we're doing fun things like this, a lot of our reporters working hard to bring us those latest results. So big shout out to them.
Yep.
Hey, coming up tomorrow when we see you again on Northern Life, there's a paper towel holder with a built-in spray bottle. Rachel Hackbarth testing just how convenient that device can possibly be during this week's Does It Work?
Okay, I've got a lot of questions already. I'm excited to see what she has to show us.
Hopefully she can answer it tomorrow.
Yeah,
And
right.
before we go, a teacher prepping for the new school year got a wild surprise when from out of nowhere, a bear barged into her classroom. The California teacher called her husband and quickly came and helped boot that intruder out. Only a earthquake kit was damaged in the process, but her classroom was otherwise fine.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine seeing a bear in your classroom? And that, they're not nice animals sometimes.
Help it grade your test. While you're at
There
it.
you go.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Tuesday.
Find some time to throw a line or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.